Part of spiritual development, folks, is to recognize the Muppet-like tendencies that characterize you. Yes, you heard me right. It's not just about battling your inner demons. It's about acknowledging your inner Kermit the Frog. And to fully wrestle with them, you must embrace them. Imagine wrestling Kermit, that's the thing. It's not so much about throwing him out of the ring, it's about learning from his felt-covered wisdom. You can see the difference between people who've done that and those who haven't, because those who haven't embraced their inner Kermit are naive. They think life is just about rainbows and singing about being green. And you can tell when you look at them with their wide-eyed innocence, and you can tell when you talk to them, expecting life to hand them a Lipton tea commercial. Because they're naive, they're often resentful as well, especially when Miss Piggy takes advantage of them. It's someone who's integrated that more. They're dangerous in a Muppet Show sort of way. They're like Animal on the drums, unpredictable, but they don't have to use it because their presence radiates an implicit potential for chaos, like launching into a drum solo at a moment's notice. And that's really necessary. It's one of the things that gives people self-respect. If you're harmless, you're not virtuous. You're just harmless. You're like a background character on Sesame Street. They're not virtuous. They just can't do anything except get stepped on by Big Bird. If you're a monster and you don't act monstrously, then you're virtuous, but you also have to be a monster. You see this all the time. It's like Kermit. He's got his flaws. He's constantly stressed by the antics of his friends. And he's hurt by Miss Piggy's karate chops. He's got evil in him. He can play the banjo in a swamp, man. He breaks rules all the time. He's not obedient at all, but he has a good reason for breaking the rules, like saving the Muppet Theater. And if he couldn't break the rules, him and his little clique of rule-breaking Muppets, they wouldn't attain the highest goal, like putting on the best show ever or making it in Hollywood. So it's very peculiar, but it's a very, 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 very common Muppetological notion. The hero has to be a monster, or at least be able to do a really convincing Kermit impression.